Guys and girls, hello. Welcome to video number 9. Well, I've been a little busy on the car today, and for the past few days I've not done a video for quite some time. Got to get new bits for the distributor. I've taken it off for the moment. I've got it in the house, it's all in bits. But the vacuum servo this vacuum line goes to. Oops, I'm zooming in. The vacuum servo this line goes to was actually leaking, so I was getting no vacuum on it whatsoever. Not good. So that's the reason why the engine was bogging down when I was trying to rev it up. Yeah, unfortunately I cracked my bloody thingy cap. And a bugger. I'll probably super glue it back together again. I've got the chip underneath there, so I can probably super glue it back together again. Radiator's out, and I've undersealed bits of the front of the car where it was starting to go rusty. The spot welds were going a little bit rusty, so I ground them back a little tiny bit to get new metal and painted over them with a bit of very, very thin underseal. I know it's not very pretty, but when the bumper's on you shouldn't be able to see it. Got a new radiator for it. I've got that hole there, you can see. Maybe. Can you see that hole? Yes, you can. I've got the hole there, and there's a bit of a hole there. That had actually rusted through as the old radiator, what do you call it? The old radiator had actually dripped down there with it leaking, and it eventually ate away at the metal. But I've ground it back, which is the reason why it's very round, because I used the Dremel. I ground it back to good metal, and rather than actually welding a plate up, it's not really worth welding it up because I need to hold the radiator in place. I just undersealed over it from the bottom and the top. Done all the way along, and actually undersealed the brackets because they were looking a bit yucky. So a new radiator is ready to go in. I just got to find all the bits. Right, you'll notice I don't have a suspension strut in there or the other side. That's of course we've taken them out, and look at it under here, it's been completely transformed. All nice and undersealed all the way through. What bit you can see anyway. Of course I did take that plastic panel out and underseal behind that. I've got to get a new track rod in because this one is broke. Pains in the ass to try and split. Used a puller on it, forgot to undo the nut all the way. Idiot. So now the nut's stuck, and it just keeps spinning round in the ball joint, and there's no way of gripping hold of it. But oh well, I've got another one on order anyway. It was pretty cheap, so I ain't too fussed with that. What else? Yeah, that's where the hole was. It's all been filled in. Well, not filled in, but you know what I mean. It's all been de-rusted and a plate welded into there when I cut all the bad out. Here we've got the old plate there. It's still sticky. Yeah, great. Yeah, old plate is cut out and the new one's been welded in. Not a very good welding job, I'm afraid. Couldn't be asked to grind it down. But oh, it's alright, it'll do. Put that back in again. Yeah, I know Mr. MOT Money's not going to like that. I did paint the brake line. I got that much underseal on it. May as well painted it anyway, so I did. He would have stuck it as an advisory anyway. What else we got under here to do? Oh, I've painted, you won't really have to see it, but all up here has all been painted as well. Right up to the very top. So is the panel right up here, all up here, all around this thing, as the other side is completely rusted out. All the way to the front, completely undersealed. All the way up to here, right up to the as far as I could reach. So that's all nice and good. Undersealed a bit of the car as well, not much of it, but there's a little bit under there I've undersealed around all the various things. So the bushes look pretty good still. They're not bad, them bushes aren't. CV boots are pretty good. The other side on the gearbox looks a bit ropey, but it'll last a bit. We've got a spare one, so I'm probably going to whip the axle out and stick the new CV boot on there. What else is there to go on? The other side, yes, the other side. I want to paint this actually, but I want to paint it all yellow. Caliper and everything would be nice to do. The springs, shocks, there you go, show you the shocks. We had lots of blue hammerite left. My dad was given it by a guy from where he works, so we painted everything blue, even the vice. I don't know. But that's one shock that's been painted blue. You remember how bad it looked? Okay, there's a few runs on it. I didn't do the painting, my dad did. Blame me, Dad. I'm not fussed though. That's been painted blue, and the other shock has been painted blue. And they are drying at the moment as they're still wet. So, yeah, good. Turn the lights off. Pits full of water. Same old, same old. Other side, windscreen's out, as you know in the video. This side I am under seal, yay. Just welding in the plates and things. I've got that bit to weld in there. So I've tried to follow that skin round, because I cut the skin out with the nibblers. Where's the nibblers? I haven't got them here at the moment, but they look like tile cutters. You clip them together and it just nibbles a bit of metal out. That's why there's all these ridges here. And hopefully I can. Well, what I've done is I've nibbled away and I've cut this out to that. And this was actually getting an earth to go over to this side, which is now cold. I've got to underseal all that up. I couldn't be asked to make a spot weld, so I just cut a nick in it and just did a little bit of a weld. It will be enough to hold it together. But yeah, this side, yeah. Now all I've got to do, you can see I've got a hole here I've got to try and patch up as well, going through, which isn't very nice. So I've got to plate that, cut that out inside. It's going to be a pain in the arse job to do. I'll probably do it with the nibblers, get in there with the nibblers. That's what they are for. Nibble it out, make a plate up, a template with cardboard wherever my cardboard things disappeared to, which is what I have been using, hence all these templates. Weld it in place and make another template for this side. I would like to keep that, but to be fair I'm not fussed. Make a hole there. Would have been a nice grommet to put back in there again, but to be fair it's a bit awkward to do it. Besides, there's a nice hole just at the back here, which is a, I don't know if you can see in there. It is actually a drainage hole. Damn you camera, why you know. There you go, see my finger. That's the bad hole, the hole that come from rust. That there is the actual drain hole. You can see it here. That's the drainage hole. If you can see it. The gain on this thing is a pain in the arse. There, you can see it now. We've got the drain hole and the back hole. You can see that's all rusted out as well. There's it, there somewhere. All rusty. We've got the rust on the door as well. My door! Why? Why you make doors out of crap steel? Only the white ones ever live. You can see here, look, where something happened before and it's nicked the underseal. It's just been enough to let the water in, look. It's just done enough to make it start going rusty. But yeah, under here it's not too bad. So we've got a nice hole up there. Yeah, there we go, I can see. Got a hole up there. I've got to get rid of all the under seal, grind it back, cut it to a square and then put a plate in, which is what I'm going to do. I've got this rust here. Sorry about the wind noise, guys. It's pretty windy today, which to be fair is not bad. There's nothing I can't fix that. So you put a little bit of metal in there after I cut it back. Easy. Holes there, could probably fill them with the welder. It's good enough. It's set to one low, lowest setting. It'll be enough to fill the holes up and then just grind them back and just fill it full of underseal. If the air and water can't get into it, can't see how it's going to rust. Not when it's covered with oil anyway, oily underseal, which is what that stuff is. It's very, very oily. Some bit there where Fiat forgot to underseal it properly. So yeah, this actual strut is in a lot better condition, this top mount. On the other one, it was coming out with rust all inside it. I had to get the wire brush up in there and then sand it, wire brush it out and then sand it down to get it somewhat light. Then I just filled it full of, what do you call it, give it a good coating of underseal and jobs are good. But the other side's pretty much done now. I'm just waiting for the strut to dry and I can put it all back together again. Of course I'll need some bolts because we actually had to cut through some of these bolts. This side was easy. This side came apart dead easy. In fact, that thing there was loose. Wow, I hardly had to put any pressure on it at all to undo it. Which was quite shocking. But yes. Anyway, that's about it for now. I'll do a bit more of a video when I've finished doing what I'm doing in here. Alright guys and girls, not much to report, well, really. I've filled the holes in. You can see the plates I've put in, cut it all out and put the plates in. No more rust. Starting to underseal. Hole in the top's been fixed. Some underseal around it. What does that look like? Oh yeah. A little bit of underseal's come through. Oops. Oh well. Holes there have been filled. I've got to still weld a bit of a plate underneath this to make the lip. You can see. Maybe you can't see. If I cover the light up, it should adjust. There you go, you can see now. You can see the hole I've got to fill in. It's not a hole, it's just rebuilding the lip. It shouldn't be too hard to do. Yeah, that's that bit done there as well. I'm going to adjust the brightness of the camera. It's quite annoying, that is. It's too automatic. Just undersealing. Got to pull the underseal off from around these things here. Strip it back to where it's good, wire brush it down and then underseal it again. And that's about it really, that's all I've done. Oh yeah, the hole on the underside. What does that look like on the camera? Oh look, there's me there. Hi. That's the drain hole, that one here. And that is where the hole was, which is now a metal plate welded in. Man, this is weird. Let's turn it the right way around, shall we? There you go. And undersealed as well. Also, I did that plate at the bottom first, and the hole that was there I actually packed it full of underseal inside the sill, which is quite fun because as I was welding this one up, some welding splatter must have shot off inside and set fire to the inside of the sill, so I had a lovely sill fire. It's quite fun, that was. I managed to put it out. I didn't use any water, although I brought the hose pipe down just in case. I managed to blow it out through the hole, peel some of this stuff back. But yeah, I've got some undersealing to do under here, quite a bit actually. I'm going to underseal the brake line, sod it. The MOT guy's not going to like it, he's going to put it as an advisory, but sod it, you know. Can't think of a more stupid law. Undersealing, protecting your brake lines from rust and corrosion is regarded as an advisory on your MOT certificate, which I think is a ludicrous idea myself. I mean, okay, it's sad where the paint's rubbed off, but it's not gone through, and it's not thin or anything. I've had the pliers around it and crimped it with the pliers. Well, not crimped it, but you know what I mean. Squeeze it with the pliers, and it didn't squash in, so it's still strong. If that's not a good enough test, nothing really is. But I ain't replacing the pipe when it doesn't need it. If I can have the pipe on here and make it live as long as the car will live, then you know, why not? Why not? Petrol tank in the garage just decides to expand. How bizarre! It's not even in the sun. So hopefully next video you should see all of this undersealed. All of this around here. Yeah. Hopefully. We'll see. Yeah, I've got to try and rebuild that as well, so keep watching, guys. Yeah, there you go. It's not the most beautiful thing in the world, but it's only a file away from being filed down. Well, the bits are flaking off it. Look. Looks like water hitting it. So as the metal cools down, it's pretty cool. Yeah, it'll be fine. As soon as we get the angle grinder around it, bit of the file, will be fine. Now I am free to underseal the whole bottom, well, the whole underside of this wheel arch. Let's rock. Yeah, I almost forgot to take this washer bottle out with the cork stopper, because the other stopper's lost. And sure enough, rust around them. Oh dear. Under here, hello there. Under here, you can see it's a little bit rusty. Nothing bad. So I'm just going to underseal it and wire brush it down first, and then underseal it, and it should be fine. Guys and girls, well, you can't see it under here, but the undersealing is completely done. Ah, you can now. Let's see. Underseal is completely done. Okay, it's a bit thin in some places, but to be fair, it's got the factory underseal underneath there, so it's good enough for me. Fit the new radiator. Looking good. Looking good. Painted up all the clamps as they were looking rather crappy. That one there. Hoses have just got to be connected up. I can fill, at least I can fill the system. Just tested the fan and that works really well. It about jumped off the desk when I tried it. Didn't expect it to fire up that fast. I should have done, but you know, I didn't. Yep. I would love to get the bumper on. I'd love to get the bumper on tonight, but I don't think I'm going to do it. I don't think I'm going to manage to get that far, as it's going pretty dark now already. It doesn't look like it's going dark, but believe me, it is. But yeah. Radiator was interesting to put in. I found out you have to put the things in the top of the radiator first, and then slide them up, and then slide it in, so the bolts go through, and then you just tighten the bolts up. But the little cup things, the radiator, the rubber mounts the radiator sits in are a pain in the arse. They keep jumping out. In fact, that one there is actually not in right. Like I say, they're a pain in the arse. Yeah, at least it's not going to go anywhere. Yeah, it's alright. It's a little bit skew-whiffed, but oh well. It's not going anywhere. Right then. Let's continue some more stuff before the light goes. Won't be long. There we go. Fan is in. Radiator is in. Pipes still haven't got the Jubilee clips on yet, but bear with me. We've got to try and find some. Well, guys and girls, that's about it for tonight. It's gone super dark. I don't know what time it is, but it's gone pretty dark. Couldn't find the bloody hose clamps. They've gone missing. I got one. It was on the wall behind them slabs. So I've put that one on. I've put some grease around it to stop it from rusting up. I should really change them, but you know, I'm lazy, and I don't think we've got any hose clamps until I find the other one. So the other one can stay off until I find it. And yeah, that's about it. Bottle and everything's back in again. And that is that side under sealed. I'll leave all the plastic panels off tonight. Looks like I didn't get the bumper on, unfortunately, but oh well. I'll leave all the plastic inner panels off tonight to let it air out a bit, let it harden a bit more, and then I'll go and put the panels on tomorrow sometime. I'm glad I've got all the welding done on the front end, so the front end is pretty much complete welding wise. Well, it is complete, there's no more welding left to do. It's all under sealed on the front end, besides the bits in the middle I can't reach, which I'll do on the pit when they're near the time of the MOT. Old radiator. Old radiator is old. To be fair, you know, it's not in that bad a nick, it's just got a small hole in it. I never thought about it because the people who I got the new radiator from, they actually repair radiators, they recall them. So I should have really took it in and said, you know, I want a new one anyway, but you know, do you want this? You may as well have it because it's not much use to me. And okay, it's aluminium, but you won't get much for it. There's not much weight in it if you was to weigh it in. So that is about it. Tomorrow, jobs to do. I don't know. Watch the next video, I suppose, when I do it. Yeah, still no shock absorbers on the back end of the car. Brought some yellow hammerite paint, not much but a bit. So we're going to wire brush the diff and other various components of the drive system and the springs, the rear leaf springs, and paint them yellow, hopefully. And I've got this little bit of rust here to sort out at some point in time, but I'm working from the front of the car back. I've just taken various panels off to see how bad things were. So yeah, getting everything in order, so to speak. So from the front of the car to the back of the car, on the underside anyway, is going to get done. That involves the sills, but the doors, oh the doors, oh the doors. They're going to be the last job, I'm afraid, to do. the last thing to tackle on it, because to be fair, they're not going to get any worse. Not now they're underneath cover anyway, which you can't really see. But wow, it is dark. I'm looking at this. I've just realised I'm not looking at the screen of my camera, and I've just looked at it, and it's a completely black screen with bits sticking out. So yeah, it is really dark out there. The gain on the camera is not the best in the world, I guess, even with the LED turned on. So just tools away time. Pack all the tools up and go in the house and get my dinner because I'm starving. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Be sure to watch the next video, and yeah, peace out.